Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for being here, coming to my channel, and thank you if you're returning to my channel. It's always awesome to have new people come in, and always awesome to have people returning. I have a really deep topic to go into today. It's deeply personal, but it's also incredibly important. So this is about building, what we're going to talk about today is about building real intimacy, real confidence around intimacy and sexuality. So for many men, the journey started before there was any understanding about intimacy, what that truly was all about. It actually begins in childhood. So when you're handed at that time a set of beliefs about what it means to be a man. And often these beliefs are limiting and constricting, or the sort of older way of presenting beliefs was limiting and constricting. You're taught that you have to be strong and stoic and silent. You're taught that emotions are something to be hidden, desire something to be suppressed, and vulnerability something to avoid. And over time, as you become a man, these beliefs, they become more ingrained in who you are. It shapes how you engage in your relationships, especially when it comes to intimacy. So you may, at this moment in your life, be confined in a kind of emotional prison. And the reality is, this does not have to be your story. It doesn't mean that you're broken, that something's wrong with you. It just means that you've come from a set of beliefs that is very old and constricting for men around intimacy and sexuality. There are constrictions for women as well, but I'm going to speak specifically to you as a man. So you can break free from these limiting beliefs. It is possible. And you can step into the fullness of who you are and build confidence so that you can then openly express your desires, your needs, without that fear or judgment or rejection that you may have. And this is where my Power program comes in. So I'm going to be incorporating this in this conversation because this is why I'm doing the program and this is why I'm offering it. Empower is a program for men. It's a small, intimate group program for men, my exclusive signature program. And it's where you build the tools, you create the mindset, and you get full-on support to shift from those old constricting beliefs into an empowered, confident man, the one that you are now meant to be or really desire to be. This would be, you becoming the man that can be free and open and confident in discussing those deepest desires that you hold within you and to discuss them with your partner, freely. So I want to get into talking about the roots of constriction. So you can see where this actual lack of confidence that men are holding on to comes from. So as boys, you're often handed a set of rules of intimacy, rules about intimacy. Okay, rules that are rules that tell men that real men don't talk about their feelings. Right there, constricting. That vulnerability is weakness, right? Be strong. Don't be vulnerable. The desires should be kept to yourself because they're naughty and they're selfish. Society's version of masculinity told you that you had to know everything about sex and relationships, but they never really gave you any tools to truly communicate or anything to explore these things with a really open heart. And so this creates a significant internal struggle for many men. You're told to be confident, yet you're silenced when it comes to expressing yourselves openly about intimacy. And you carry these beliefs, these outdated beliefs into your adulthood. It just, it builds in childhood and it's carried into adulthood. And it will affect how you show up in your relationships, especially when it comes to these longer term marriages, these deeper connective kind of relationships. But you don't have to stay stuck in these beliefs, as I said. So you can break free and become this unstoppable, desirable, magnetic man. And this is where Empower program, I help guide men into this journey so that you can reclaim your power and your passion without having fear within inside of you. So how are you going to shift to confidence? How are you going to shift to this confidence through my Empower process? I'm going to tell you a bit about this, and this is a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a process, okay? And I have developed this, and it's very powerful. So it's a process that's absolutely worth undertaking. Now, here's how Empower helps you on this path. First of all, through awareness and discovery, okay? You want to first become really aware of what's going on. You have to understand what beliefs you've been internalizing about yourself, about intimacy, about sexuality, about relationships. So in the Empower program, I help you uncover any limiting beliefs. We go into there's some core limiting beliefs that hold men back. We're going to challenge those beliefs. And we're going to replace them with a much more empowered, authentic mindset that will take you forward into who you really want to become. You're not broken at all. You're not falling. You're not, this is where you've come from. And many men hold on to these old beliefs. And you, at this moment in your life, you are completely and totally worthy of deep, loving, vulnerable connections with your partner. And through the exercises and coaching we do in Empower, and the understanding that you're going to come to of these roots of the beliefs, we're gonna work on. I work on helping you, teaching you how to release those old beliefs. Now, another big aspect here is overcoming the fear and the shame that exists, and that's why confidence starts to become lacked. A huge part of Empower program is helping you face and overcome fear and shame that's tied directly to intimacy. So many men many men avoid being open and expressing their deeper desires and their truths because there's so much fear of judgment and rejection. And maybe you've already been judged and rejected, so pull back even more. You have to remember, women are coming from similar old belief systems. So in Empower, I teach you how to step beyond that. Even if your partner is still sitting in those old belief systems, you have to be the one to step forward if she's not. So Empower helps you recognize that vulnerability is actually your greatest strength, and it's not something to fear. Okay, so that's a big one. We get to that point though in Empower, and in fact, the more you embrace vulnerability, the more confident and authentic you become. It seems counterintuitive, but that's how it works. So we learn, in Empower, in order to get to that point, we learn about the divine masculine and feminine dynamics that exist. And that will help you get in touch with your own energetic body and help you express those emotions much more naturally. And you'll start to feel less shameful about who you are and about the kind of desires that you have. We shift the mindset as well from one of fear and shame to one that becomes more about pride and courage. So once again, we do all these exercises to help you move through the feelings of shame, which is just a big umbrella around intimacy and sexuality. We want to move through it. And the most important exercise that we do within this, one of the most important exercises, we do many, but one of the most important is breathing, deep, deep breathing. You learn how to move this energy, which is trapped in your pelvic energy, in your pelvic area, right? Your penis area. And this energy gets trapped in there from all the old beliefs that you're holding, the repression that's there, patriarchic systems that's constricting you about your sexuality and what it means to be a man. And the breathing helps you open up the energy where all this information gets trapped and stored so that you can start to feel your body and emotions, right? You can start to release these old patterns and begin to create new ways of thinking and experiencing. I have a free masterclass, first in the description below. Grab it, free masterclass for men around sexual energy. Get that and check it out. Next is also what we do is we reframe, there's a reframing of intimacy. So Empower teaches you to totally reframe intimacy as a shared experience, not just a physical act, right? So intimacy is really about this deep connection, emotional, mental, and physical. And I say otherworldly as well. So it can go beyond. You learn all about the feminine energy so that you can build your knowledge and confidence in how to actually connect with your feminine partner with much more ease, with more love, with support, with care, and most importantly, for the feminine being, what she needs. And what you learn is how to create safety for her. Intimacy is a dance between two people. And it's so essential for you to tap into the sensations of your body so you can have conversations about what you really truly like and desire. What are your fears, and what you are really feeling at a deeper level. So you want to tap into all of that information, being aware of it, and so that you will be ready to have those intimate, deeper connections with women. We also work on building communication skills at a different kind of level than just, you have to communicate. It's built on learning to communicate very honestly and very real. Okay, we focus, my Empower focus heavily on teaching how to communicate like openly, honestly, and again, without fear of what you're saying, of who you are. So this means sharing your desires, again, being vulnerable with your partner, and allowing her to truly get to know you. We are, there's the face, there's the voice, there's the deeper levels of who are you. And in an intimate relationship, this is where the connection really starts to come into play. The other aspect that's really important is working on empowering you to own your desires. Okay, one of the most important lessons that you'll learn in Empower is helping you own your desires. So many men struggle with feeling ashamed or insecure. Excuse me, about their needs. But Empower helps you realize that your desires are not something to hide. Okay, they're an absolutely natural part of who you are. So we get to that point of that feeling. And you are totally deserving of the pleasure and the connection and the intimacy that you would like to have. We work on accepting and embracing your own desires, you knowing that they are real and they're not to be overlooked. And the more confident and empowered you become in your own acceptance of who you are and the desires that you have, the easier it will be then to express these to your partner. It has to start within first. Got to get strong in here. Got to feel empowered in here. You have to feel connected in here first. You'll step into an understanding that you will have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. So this is a whole new kind of masculinity that we're creating, the divine masculine, the conscious masculine, as opposed to the patriarchic system, which is a very harsh, unemotional, disconnected masculine. So in Empower, you begin to realize that the conscious divine or new masculinity is not about suppressing emotions or desires. A confident man is one who is open, who communicates, who is not afraid to express himself deeply. And the real strength, it comes in to you being able to show up as your true authentic self. Whether you're flawed, yes, okay, you're vulnerable, yes, but you're whole. You're whole. So stepping into that version of yourself, fully empowered to be open with your partner in intimacy and sexuality, then holding space for your feminine partner so that she can feel safe to surrender to her own sexuality. We go into depth in Empower. You'll connect to your newfound power within you, a power that is deeper in love and connection. And this is created all through the many kind of exercises and the journey that you take in Empower. The power of vulnerability is very strong. Okay, gentlemen, one of the most important things you'll learn is that vulnerability within the divine masculine energy is the key to true intimacy. I know that sounds scary, but this is where we go. So you have to be ready for it. You have to be the one that is ready to do this. When you open up to your partner about your desires and your fears and your needs, you allow yourself then to be truly seen for who you are. And when you allow yourself to be seen, you start to create that foundation for a deep, more meaningful connection. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is power. Okay? And through empower, you'll learn to embrace your vulnerability with pride. And then you can use it as a tool for that deeper connection with your partner. The man who is confident enough to be vulnerable is then the man who builds the deepest relationships. And this is it's a whole new way forward with Empower. I am passionate about it. So where does this journey then take you? Well, with Empower, you move from constriction and shame to confidence and openness, right? You start by shedding those old limiting beliefs about intimacy and sexuality. No more. Goodbye. You tap into your divine masculine energy. You understand deeply about divine feminine energy so that you can then navigate in a powerful way with your presence, with your love, with direction, and with playfulness. This is fun. This is supposed to be fun as well. And you embrace, when you then embrace your truth, that your desires, you embrace your truth is what I'm saying. You then embrace your truth, that your desires, your voice, and your emotions, they matter. And through the tools and the mindset shifts that I help you through Empower, you're going to build the confidence to express yourself authentically and openly without fear or judgment or rejection. You'll have way more confidence to talk openly with your partner about your desires, and you'll be able to create an intimacy that is based on honesty and trust and this mutual understanding. And the deeper your connection becomes, the more fulfilling your relationship will be, the better your sexual connection will also begin to thrive in. So, gentlemen, it's time to break free from those old constrictions, and it's time to step into a new, more authentically confident version of yourself. I am here to help you along the way. Empower, my Empower program, is here to guide you on that journey. So let's unlock your true potential. And so you can experience intimacy in a way that's meant to be deep and honest and truly connected. So this is all about you becoming the magnetic you that you were meant to be, and I'm here to help you. If this is resonating with you and you're like, oh, what, Lianna, this is awesome, I love it, get on an interview with me. I'm starting another group. Men are interested. I want to gather the group together. I'd love to have you get on an interview with me, and let's see if you are a fit and if it works for you. In the description below is the link. So I hope to see you there. Much love making.